Aloha, beautiful souls. This is Ryan of tranSOULution, and welcome to Transform with Ryan, where I am bringing you that light whenever there are shadows. Now, in this pick a card tarot reading, we are going to find out what do they want to tell you, okay? And we're going to be channeling messages more so from their higher self, so kind of above and beyond the ego, because sometimes the ego does get in the way of clear, heartfelt communication. And so we're going to channel messages from their higher self on what do they want to tell you. Now, this reading is going to be specifically for general relationships, okay? I don't anticipate that we're going to get a lot of strong love readings here or romance ones. I'm actually going to create a separate video for that after this. So for now, this reading is primarily geared towards friends, family, maybe coworkers, passed on loved ones, on what do they want to tell you truly, really, from their higher self's perspective, okay? So we have 3 different decks to choose from, and I showed the Page of Swords for each one, which is a great messenger card. We have Page of Swords from the Star Spinner Tarot, and Page of Air in this deck from the Good Tarot, and a Daughter of Swords in this deck from the Wild Unknown Tarot. So just bring the image of this person to mind that you're inquiring about, and we'll connect to their higher self and choose one of these decks that calls out to you, that has the message for you, and the timestamps are below in the description box. I'll see you there. Hey there, Star fam. Welcome back to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. So happy to have you back. It's been such a pleasure to do these readings for you all on multiple times a week basis. So anyways, for those of you that were drawn to the Star Spinner Tarot deck, let me know who you are in the comments down below and let me know where you're tuning in from, okay? So I'm just going to put this deck to the side here for a moment. We're going to put the Page of Swords right up here to anchor in the energy. And we're going to start with energy cards, actually, okay? So we're gonna just pull some energy cards on the energy of the message that they want to give to you, okay? And you know, sometimes the fact of the matter is there are many things that are very difficult to put into actual words. So let's just see what the energy, what the mood and the emotions are like behind what they want to tell you. And then the tarot can help describe it a bit better, perhaps in more concrete words, okay? So let's see what we got cooking here for you on what do they really want to tell you, okay? So we have Door to Value, Storm Warning. Oh, interesting, interesting. And Goddess of the Moon. Okay, and so what I am seeing with the messages so far is they definitely have something very, very important that they want to tell you, okay? They, in their mind, they feel like has so much value and so much weight, and this message that they want to pass on to you is something to do with their intuition, okay? They really have this feeling like something could either go wrong, okay, that's the storm warning, or something really good could happen, like they have a good feeling about it. Since this is a general reading, it's going to differ depending on you. So just feel into the energy and see which one is kind of calling you the most here, because this person is, the thing is, they have no words for it, and what they want to share with you, it like doesn't even make sense to them. So they're kind of frustrated because they're like, wait, by all logical reasons, this shouldn't make sense. Like this shouldn't be what's going to happen. But yet I have this feeling in my gut that this is what's truly going down, okay? Now, what I'm getting through now is, remember how I was saying that some of them maybe are having this bad feeling? There's a couple scenarios here. One is they've seen this situation before or something very similar, and they want to warn you, okay? This storm warning. They want to warn you and be like, yo, I just don't have a good feeling about this. I feel like I've seen this play out before, something very, very similar, and I just don't want you to suffer the consequences, okay? And for others of you, what's very, very interesting about this, and I'm getting this could be maybe more a message from a passed on loved one, more so than someone who's here in this physical dimension right now. But this passed on loved one is trying to warn you, maybe through dreams or through signs, like maybe you're seeing angel numbers, maybe you're hearing a song that reminds you of them, or there's certain scents that you're smelling recently that remind you of them. Perhaps even like, perhaps the person really liked golden retrievers, for example, and you've been seeing a lot of golden retrievers lately, and maybe like we go on walks and these golden retrievers rush up to you and want you to pet them and play with them, and so you're constantly being reminded of this passed on loved one, okay? And what this person is telling you is a big change is coming, okay? And that's neither good nor bad, to be quite honest. But what the storm does is it clears away a lot of the current energies, okay? Like, you know, after the storm happens, the sun comes through, like it gets warmer, birds are chirping. It actually happened yesterday here where I live. Like there was lightning and lots of rain, and then literally in like 30 minutes later, it was like sun shining and birds were tweeting outside. It was like insane in such a short period of time that this storm came through and then cleared up the air. And so this passed on loved one is saying like, hey, by the way, some big change is coming, and it's going to clear a lot of things out of your life that don't serve you anymore, that have been weighing you down, that are really heavy, okay? And there's going to be some pain with this process for sure. Just like with a lot of change, it's not always easy to embrace or accept in the beginning, but ultimately it's going to be for your greater good, okay? So interesting that the energies from this reading are like kind of all over the place, but I guess this is what we get when it's like a general reading, you know what I'm saying? And for other people, with this door to value, what it's almost like I'm getting from them, and this is more people that are here in this dimension right now that are alive, and they feel really good about some kind of project, maybe some kind of trip or vacation or investment, like whatever it is that you are really not into. You're like, I don't understand, like this doesn't seem like it's all that, it seems really risky, it seems really stupid, or you're not really interested. And this person's like, no, I think it's going to be really good for me and you. I think it's going to be good for the both of us, and I really want you to check it out. I really want you to try it. I just have a really, really good feeling about it. And there's really, they can't put it into better words than that for you to help you understand, okay? So maybe there's a friend, what I'm getting is there's a friend that you've been asking for advice on something, and what they said to you kind of doesn't make sense. You're like, wow, I wouldn't expect them to say that. Like that came out of left field. And it's because there's something within their intuition, and that's what this goddess of the moon is all about. Something about their intuition, something that they see that you don't right now, okay? And they're trying to convince you of it with words, and they're getting frustrated because words just aren't enough to convey the importance or the value of what they're trying to tell you, okay? And they wish, it's almost like I'm feeling they wish that they could have you feel what they're feeling, this good gut instinct kind of feeling, so that you get it, all right? Okay, let's get some more details here, because again, the messages here are so varied, are like a bit all over the place, honestly. And let's see if we can get some clarity, okay? What I'm getting called from Spirit is to do 2 separate rows, which I wasn't anticipating on doing. So let's look at the row for sort of the storm energy, and we'll do a row for door to value, okay? So why don't we do, since I said storm warning first, even though that's kind of like in the middle here instead of working from left to right as if we were reading a book. Let's do storm warning. Okay, so we have King of Coins, the Chariot. Oh, wow. So something is really, really coming through. It's going to be very forceful, very hard to deny. The Lovers, the Queen of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. So definitely what's interesting is what's coming through with this warning here is I'm getting that someone from your past is going to be coming back. And actually, to be honest, even though I wasn't really trying to call forth a lot of romantic energy for this reading, because I'm going to do a separate one for that, it's an ex-lover. Okay, that's really, really concrete, really, really, really strong here. And it's this warning about an ex-lover. Maybe this person, this ex-lover already tried to make contact with you, or maybe you'll be hearing from them soon. And what I'm getting here is to actually keep your distance. Wow. Wow, gosh, I wasn't expecting it to be this clear and this concise, but I guess, you know, you ask and you shall receive, right? And the reason why I'm feeling ex-lover energy is like obviously the Lover's card, even though it can be interpreted another way. There's a Lover's card here, and this energy here speaks to the past, but the energy between them is sort of like this long lost love kind of energy, because we have this mermaid with this prince, and, you know, it makes me think of the Little Mermaid story and how this person wants to be a part of their world. Okay, and that's why this ex is coming back. They want to kind of rekindle your relationship. And here we have divine masculine and divine feminine energy coming through with the king and queen. And so again, regardless of gender, regardless of sex, I should say gender identification and sex, this coming together of divine masculine and divine feminine energy is about relationships. Okay, what I'm getting from source is like all relationships are trying to balance the divine masculine and divine feminine energies within the two people involved. So always, for the most part, I would say, there is like a mixture of divine masculine and divine feminine energy within a person at different ratios. All right. A lot of people try to find balance. So like 50% divine masculine, 50% divine feminine. But for most people, it's like there's always going to be one that's a little stronger than the other. All right. And it's about coming together with these energies. So that's why I'm definitely feeling this like ex-lover energy. And here with the Chariot, the reason why I'm saying it's they from their perspective, obviously you have your choice, right, on what you ultimately are going to do. But from their perspective, they want you to move away. The Chariot is like, go far, far away. Do not welcome this energy back into your life. Protect yourself. Move forward in the direction your life is going right now. Don't go back to the past, all right? Don't relive this. And what I'm hearing from their higher self is their sense is like, hey, they're going to try to sweet talk you. You're going to get caught up in the nostalgia of like, oh, this is what it used to be like. You're going to remember the good times more so than the bad times. And that's going to kind of lull you into this sense of security and complacency. And they're really like, no, 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 keep your guard up. Like, they're not going to be 100% honest and truthful with you when you first connect. And if possible, just get away from them. Okay, like don't allow them to be deeply entrenched in your life again. Keep them at a distance. Wow, that warning came through really, really strongly. Okay, definitely one of the stronger energies I've felt through in a reading than ever before. So let's now take a look at this door to value. Okay. So we have the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Nine of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Four of Coins. Okay, so what I'm getting here, interestingly, is from their perspective, what they're seeing the energy of you is like you're being very cautious here. And here is that cautious energy, and you're really worried about betrayal. You're really concerned that someone is trying to take something from you, whether that's take money from you, take advantage of you. And so with these two cards, with these two cards here, it's like you're clutching everything close to you, and you're trapping things within your little tower here. The image that I'm getting is like, you know how a dragon guards their hoard, all their like trinkets and jewelry and gold and treasure chests and rubies and gems and whatever. The dragon is super protective and violently so over their hoard, and they don't want anyone coming near it, even though they have so much. It's like, really, what is the dragon going to do with all that stuff? It's not like it's going to go to the market and be like, hey, can you get me like the fanciest pair of boots and like the fanciest watch possible? Okay, now I'm just being ridiculous. But this person is really seeing that you're just like hoarding things, and that you have this fearful energy around you when it comes to money. And, you know, from their perspective, it's like, hey, like, money makes money. Okay, so if you hold on to money, it's not going to help you make money. All right. Yeah, it's always good to have savings. Don't get me wrong there. But at the same time, it's important to invest. That's why people have like retirement funds and things like that, because your money can grow over time without you necessarily having to do any additional work for it, right? Just you plop it into that account, that investment account, and then it's just supposed to do its thing over like years and years. And so they're really trying to convey to you that like, hey, there's this really great opportunity here. And from their perspective, they think that you're being maybe too emotional about it and you're not being very grounded in it. And it's almost like what I'm getting is you want them to give you more information, more facts. But the thing is, you know, when it comes to investing in things, sometimes the facts don't cover the whole picture, and the facts can only take you so far. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like what happens with when people just luck out and they buy a property, which ends up becoming this sprawling urban area like years later, and they can sell their house off for like $1 million when they originally bought it for like 150,000. Do you know what I'm saying? Or people who like back in the day invested in Bitcoin, and everyone was like, that's stupid, like Bitcoin isn't going to be anything. And now those people who invested in Bitcoin are like rolling in the dough, because over the years it really multiplied in value. And so that's what they're saying, is that they have a really good instinct on this investment or on this opportunity, whatever it may be, and they are trying to convince you and have you trust them in this, because they want you to be successful as well, and they want you to reap the benefits along with them. But again, they're just like, why are you like clinging on to everything? Like, look, this person's clinging on to these swords, this person's clinging on to the wands, this person's clinging on to the one wand and creating this barrier and this wall, and this person's just flat out trapped and not even going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And so that's really what they want to tell you. They said, oh, now I remember the phrase, scared money doesn't make money. Okay, and so there's this scarcity mindset within you, and then there's this fear, which I don't blame you, because the way of the world has been like so wild the past few years, where it's like, you don't know what's gonna happen, so just hold on to everything. You know, it kind of reminds me of those people that back at the beginning of all this madness were like buying rolls and rolls and rolls of toilet paper like crazy. And that's how it was here in America. I don't know how it was in your part of the world, but I was just like, I don't understand, like, why do people need that much toilet paper? Like, how many poops can someone really take that warrants that much toilet paper, right? And I'm like, you can't even really eat that. So I don't understand the true value of the toilet paper. I know, you know, for myself, like, I don't go through toilet paper that fast. I don't know about you, but it's really not necessary. But in any case, like, that's the energy, and that's what they really want to tell you, is that there's this great opportunity if you would just trust them and go with it on them, okay? And then for those of you, just to recap here on this romance level, is that the message is that someone is trying to come back into your life, an ex-lover most likely, but maybe not. It could be an ex-best friend or something like that. And it's like no good for you. Like, you've done so well for yourself right now. Like, don't let them come in and mess it all up. So let me know what resonated with you in this reading and what called to you the most. And please, I invite you to like and subscribe to this channel. Make sure the notifications are on so you don't miss any future readings. There's a link right up here as usual to go ahead and check out another reading if you're in the mood. And for those of you that want to go beyond this tarot reading and get even more detailed information and learnings and guidance along your path, I invite you to schedule a discovery call with me. The link to do so is in the description box below. I would really like to aid people along their journey on a more personal level, like one-to-one, and pass on everything I've learned when it comes to psychic abilities, intuition, law of attraction, manifestation, and navigating difficult situations in life successfully. I really want to pass that on to people and do my part to better the lives of others. So I invite you to connect with me there. It would, totally be worth it. I promise you. And until next time, my dears, as always, I'm sending you so much love and cosmic hugs. Bye. Hey there, Star Fan. Welcome back to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. And today we are getting that message on what do they really want to tell you. And again, we're going to focus more on a general message from someone, not so much romance. I'm going to be recording a second video for that. From those of you that are interested. But in this reading, this is the Good Tarot. For those of you that were drawn to this deck, please let me know who you are. Comment down below this deck that you chose and let me know where you're tuning in from. Okay, so I'm just going to put this to the side to start off with. And let's just get some general energy, okay? Because this person is trying to tell you something, and the main thing here is they're not able to put it into words, okay? They're having a difficult time like saying this stuff to you. So let's just start off with the energy, because some things, you know, can't just as easily be described in words and can sometimes be better described through pictures, emotions, and something maybe a little bit more metaphorical. I think that's, yes, I believe that's the word I'm looking for. Okay, so first here we have blossoming abundance. Ooh, this is lovely. Woman holding a heart. Nice. And door to personal healing and happiness. Oh my gosh, so there is a lot of love coming through with your reading. So this person, they just have so much love for you. And again, this, I'm focusing more on just general energy, not so much romance. I'll be doing a separate reading for that. But just so you know, this could easily apply to a romantic connection as well. But this person carries so much love for you. And they honestly just want to shower you with it and nurture you with it. That's the significance of this woman holding a heart versus man holding a heart. So women, this divine feminine energy is more about nurturing and nourishing. So that's why I say they want to like shower you with love. Versus where it's like man holding a heart, it might be more like they want to do a lot of things for you, buy a lot of things for you, protect you from danger or perceived danger, that kind of energy. Okay, so this energy is more soft, more nourishing. It's also actually a bit more sensual. So with this, I see a lot of like hugging, holding hands, kissing, putting their hand on your shoulder, putting their hand around your waist. So those types of connections. And, you know, definitely it doesn't have to be kissing like French kissing necessarily. It could be kissing on the cheek, kissing on the forehead, kind of that kind of kiss, which usually occurs between family members, you know, like a mom with her child, or I should say parent, to not be biased here, a parent with their child, aunts with, you know, their nieces and nephews, grandparents with their grandchildren, that kind of love, okay, and nourishment, and just kind of doing things for you. Particularly what I'm getting is like food, like cooking food for you, so that your body is nourished as well, not just your heart, okay? And what I'm seeing here is, as well as what they want to tell you, is that, oh, wow, this is beautiful. And so with this door to personal healing and happiness and this abundance kind of energy flowing together, what I'm hearing is that they acknowledge that you've gone through a really tough time recently, and they feel for you. Like they really feel so much for you, and they're so upset and sad that this happened to you, and they wish that it didn't. You know, they wish that they could protect you in some way, or they wish that things could have gone differently so that you would have came out on top, came out feeling happy, joyful, content, right? It could be maybe that some of you went through like a heartbreak recently. I'm also hearing maybe some of you went through some kind of injury. Okay. I don't know, maybe you like sprained an ankle or a wrist or broke a bone, you know, maybe something like that. Um, or even um, like a disappointment is what I'm getting as well. Maybe when someone was like, hope, maybe it's like you really wanted to marry somebody and then they broke off the engagement, or they said no, they don't want to marry you. And this is like a family member or a friend that's just, their heart is like hurting for you, and they're like, oh my gosh, I wish you didn't have to go through that, that was so tough. Maybe even like going through a divorce or something, you know what I'm saying? And this person just really wants to tell you that, hey, they're here for you through this healing process, and they really want nothing but the best for you. And ultimately they know that things work out just as they should, and that something better is around the corner for you, something really special that you are going to love so much more, but also it's gonna kind of help heal and help you move on from the past. And it's in a way gonna make you, help you forget about this experience as well, and kind of soothe it and calm it. Oh wow. And look at, I mean, look at all this plant energy here. We have these flowers, these vines, trees, water, little river, stream, pond. Oh my God, it's definitely a lot of healing energy. I'm even feeling some energy from like Mama Gaia coming through here for you, my loves, wanting to heal your hurt and your pain, however they can, you know. And it's not, what I'm hearing too is, it's not that they think you're weak or that you're like a pity party. It's not that they pity you. It's just that they love you so much and they want nothing but the best for you, and they want your happiness. And so maybe that's the problem that they're really having with trying to communicate with you, is like, you know, they say those general platitudes like, I'm so sorry that happens for you, I feel so bad, like that kind of thing. And they really want you to know, though, it's not like it's not that they pity you or they think less of you. That's not that at all, okay? It's not like, oh, I feel so sorry for you that you got dumped, or I feel so sorry for you that, you know, you got injured and you're such a klutz, or like, no. So maybe some of you that were drawn to this card, there's some of that energy within you, some of that mindset or beliefs, and they really want to tell you that's honestly, truly, that's not what it is, okay? They want nothing but the best for you. They want to help you, really help you in any way that they can to be successful and get back on your feet. So we have 3 of water here. We're gonna try to get a little more specific with the messages, although that actually went really well. The messages were very strong there. So we have King of Air next, Queen of Earth. Oh my God, there's Mama Gaia. I'm telling you. So those of you that were drawn to this card, like, you have a very special relationship with the Earth, whether you know it or not. And Mother Earth really considers you one of her special children, okay? And we have Ace of Fire and 10 of Water. Okay, my gosh, they definitely want you to feel emotionally fulfilled and happy. That's all that they want for you. And what this Ace of Fire is here is, it's this new thing that they see and feel for you that's coming up on the horizon, that's going to make this situation that you've been struggling through make so much more sense, okay? And right now, what I'm feeling from them, it's like it's just in the beginning stages, okay? It's kind of contained. This fire, this opportunity, this blessing is really contained here, and it's not yet free to kind of like permeate your existence, or it's not free enough yet to make itself known. There's something still working, like it's still brewing and it's still cooking in the oven here, okay? So what I'm hearing the messages is like, of course, take your time to grieve and be sad about this. Maybe for some of you, it might even be angry, but don't let it keep you there, all right? Don't kind of wallow or drown in your sorrows, and they're here to help with that. Like what I'm getting as well is if you the Three of Water is very friendship energy, so they want to do something for you and with you. They're like, hey, do you want to take like a weekend trip out of town to just kind of get your mind off things? Do you want to go out for a drink and dance? Do you want to go camping? Do you want to go out to your favorite restaurant and just pig out, or you just want to go for a walk? Do you want to go for a swim at the beach? Like, they'll drive, you can just kick back and relax. Like, they'll take care of everything, and they just want to be there for you, and do whatever makes you feel better, makes you feel happy. Okay, so they're here for you, and they're here to assist. And oh my gosh, there was something else that was coming through, and I'm just like, what is it? What is it? What is it? Maybe it'll come back. It'll come back to me. So this King of Air here, I'm feeling what they're also suggesting that maybe you do is shift your mindset. Okay, maybe they'd like to try to help you look at things from a different perspective and look at things from a different angle, okay, after this disappointment. And that might help with the healing process as well. Because, sometimes when we're in the midst or the thick of things, things just don't make sense to us right away, and we just don't get it until later on. Oh my God, why am I blanking on his name? He's the head of Apple or whatever that passed away. But he said that things are only going to make sense to you in hindsight. You have 20/20 vision in hindsight. So only when you look back at things and connect the dots do all the, failures or the mistakes make more sense, and you start to understand things more clearly, and then have an extra layer of gratitude. Like, oh, if it's like I've heard people say, like, I'm so glad that it didn't work out with you, because I realize now that we're not meant to be, and you're not my soulmate. This person that I'm with now, this person is my soulmate. So it's like, I'm glad we didn't end up getting married. I'm glad you cheated on me and left me. I'm glad that this all happened, because if I stayed with you, I wouldn't know the happiness that I know now with this person. Okay, so it's very similar to that kind of energy. So they want you to kind of start moving in that direction, and changing the mindset, changing the perspective here, because from that point, you are then in the position to start to receive this amazing opportunity here that's going to bring you so much happiness, like Buddha with a full happy belly and a big smile on their face kind of happiness. Oh, this is such a great sort of omen right here, this combination. I love it. So, you're so lucky to have people around you that care about you so much, all right? So let them in, let them help, because they really, truly want to. So my loves, let me know what resonated most with you in the comments down below. I'd really like to hear from you. And of course, I invite you to like and subscribe to this channel and turn the notifications on so you don't miss out on any future readings. And to go to another one, if you're so inclined, there's a link right up there in the top right corner to do so. And a special, special, special invitation for those of you that want to dive a little deeper than these tarot readings that I do for you online. Go deeper on your journey of healing, of understanding your true power. Please schedule an appointment with me. The link to my Calendly is in the description box down below. I'm really looking to pass on everything that I've learned to other people so that it helps them and benefits them on their journey, and helping them get aligned to their highest timeline, whether that's developing your gifts psychically, developing your law of attraction, manifestation, prowess, or healing wounds from the past. Like, I'm really called to connect on a more intimate level, one-to-one with my audience. So I look forward to connecting with all of you. You have nothing to lose by booking that discovery call. Let's connect soon. Until next time, my dears, though, as always, sending you so much love and cosmic hugs. Take care. Mwah. Hey there, Star fam. Welcome back to another reading here at Transform with Ryan. And today we are doing What Do They Want to Really Tell You? Okay, I think I kind of mixed up some of the words there. This is more designed to be a general reading, although love messages can come through. I am going to do a separate reading though, specifically for romance type of messages here. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to record it shortly after this one, all right, and post it in close time to this reading. But those of you, getting back to the current reading on hand, those of you that were drawn to the Daughter of the Swords here with the Wild Unknown Tarot, let me know who you are in the comments down below. And of course, let me know where you're tuning in from, okay, loves? So we're going to put this to the side for now. Because a lot of times when people have something they want to tell you, it can be very hard to put it in words, especially if it's something very big and very powerful. So we're going to look at the energies first that they want to convey to you, all right? Their higher self to you. And we're going to use the energy cards to do so. So let's see what they got to pass on to you, my dears. So we have envy. Oh, the truth comes out. The truth comes out. We have indecision. And we have woman holding a heart. Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. This came out for another reading, but the energy is like so different here. The flavor is so different. Okay, so let's take a look at this here. What this person really wants to say is that they definitely envy you, that there's a little bit of jealousy here. But the thing is, you know, like whoever really wants to admit that out loud to the person they're envious or jealous of? Like maybe you'll say it in a joking way, like, oh my gosh, you got a raise, I'm like so jealous, right? It might sound like that, but really like the envy and the jealousy can go a lot deeper than that. And envy and jealousy, you know, it's a very difficult emotion to work with because sometimes this person who is envious and jealous, they actually don't wish ill things upon you. You know, like you see that sort of trope in stories where it's like somebody's really jealous of someone else and their success, their beauty, their love, whatever it is, and they try to sabotage them, right? And they do these like underhanded, sneaky, mischievous, like nasty things to that person to kind of bring about their downfall. But then there's people as well who are envious and jealous, and like they feel bad about it in a way. You know, it's like, well, I don't want anything bad to happen to you. I just kind of wish I had the same things you had, you know, and I don't want to take anything from you, but I really, you know, desire what you have. And so that's what I mean by that energy is really difficult to work with, okay? And this indecision that's coming through here, it's really, there's a couple of interpretations that are coming through. Again, general reading and all, right? So for some people, it's like there are some people who don't know what they want to tell you, if they want to tell you, if they want to be open about it. Okay, so some people definitely have the flavor of it's like, wow, I'm really jealous, and this jealousy is kind of eating me up inside, and I feel like I should tell somebody. I don't know if I should tell them though. It's gonna make me look, you know, kind of petty or something. Is that's what they're worried about? Or maybe the person's gonna feel bad. Like I'm gonna tell them I'm really jealous of what you have. Like I really wish I had the same thing. And then the other person's like, oh, well, don't worry. Like you'll get a raise soon. Or don't worry. I bet someone, the love of your life is you're gonna meet them really soon too. And then you'll live happily ever after, right? And then it becomes sort of this like pity party, you know, where it's like, oh, poor baby. I know I have like all this cool stuff in the world and I really want you to have it too. And I'm so sorry you're miserable, right? Like, it can be that kind of energy, like, let's be real. And so that's why they're kind of like, oh my God, should I even say anything? Do I want to say anything? Oh my God, something else came through. Okay, let me just hold on to that thought real quick because I don't want to interrupt this train of thought. Okay, so there's that energy there. Like they're just not sure what they want to tell you. And the other thing is for some people, they're just not sure what they want to do. okay? Because they see what you have and they want something that you have as well, and they're just not sure what their action should be. Like, what should they do? Should they try to be like you? Should they imitate what you did? Should they just move on and try a different path since you already conquered this path and there's nothing more for them to gain here, right? And then they need to move on and do something else, something different, right? So it's kind of like, for an example here, it's like, hey, I was also gunning for this promotion. Congratulations, you got that promotion, but now what's left for me? Like, should I stay at this job and wait for another opening and apply for that promotion instead? Or should I just leave and find another job entirely? Because, you know, I was really gunning for that promotion, and if I didn't get it, it's like, why am I still here at this job? You know? So that's part of what they're going through as well. And what I'm getting is that maybe many of you are looking at this kind of like, hey, why are they being so weird? Why is their energy kind of off? And it's because they are having this internal struggle here with everything we just talked about, okay? And really with this woman holding a heart for this scenario I just described, it's like they see you having the prize. And with the woman energy, it's really divine feminine. It's about receiving. So you received, you know, the love of your life, your fiance, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever. You received the promotion. You received the raise. You received the good luck and won the lottery or whatever, right? Like, you were the one that received it. And now they're having all these feelings internally about their situation, as it reflects on what happened to you. Okay, does that make sense? Now, something that came through that was really, really wild, and it does have to do with love, but not directly with, like, the person that's coming through with this message is not someone that is in love with you, okay? It's someone who does love you, but is not in love with you. And what I'm getting here is this person has some information that someone is trying to make moves on your partner. I know, that's really, really wild. I was not anticipating that kind of message to come through, but it's like, so for example, there's your best friend, right? So your best friend is here, and you're in a relationship with someone amazing, and your best friend notices that someone's ex-lover is like jealous, or someone else, like maybe another friend or an acquaintance or one of your lover's friends or something like that is like really envious of your relationship, is trying to sabotage it and trying to break you two up. And this person, your friend, is like, God, I don't know what to say. Like, I think that's what's happening, but I'm not 100% sure. So should I bring it up? Should I tell you, like, yo, I think so-and-so is trying to make moves on your man or your woman, and I'm just having this feeling, and maybe you should talk about it with your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your spouse, whatever, because someone is trying to make moves. They're trying to break you guys up. They're trying to instigate things, right? And so they're having a hard time because part of it is like, hey, they don't even know how to say it, right? How do you tell somebody like, yo, so-and-so is trying to make moves on your person? Or they're not sure if they're interpreting things properly or if they're just imagining things, okay? So they're not even sure if it's appropriate to bring it up. Dang, oh my God, that was like hella specific, y'all. Like, what? Okay, let's see what else we got cooking, because that was really specific. But we'll use the tarot here to see if other messages and other clarifying points can come through for you. Wow, these readings have been so interesting today. All three of them. What? I can't even. Okay, so here we got 6 of Cups, 3 of Wands, Father of Wands, Mother of Swords, and 9 of Wands. I almost said swords. Okay, so, oh, right, definitely with this father and mother energy here, there is some sort of yin-yang, divine feminine, divine masculine partnership issue kind of coming in here, all right? So again, doesn't matter your physical body, sex, and anatomy. This is just the more masculine of the two and the more feminine of the two as far as energy goes. So it definitely involves that type of relationship. What I'm seeing here with this Nine of Wands is this person definitely feels like this information they're holding is quite the burden, and they just don't even know how to bring it up. Like, it's not clear to them yet. That's why this is a crescent moon and not a full moon, because it's like they're still trying to work through it, still trying to gather all the facts and the information and figure out the best way to share this information with you. Okay? Oh, wow. Okay. Something else came through. So I gave that example about like your friend knowing something regarding your someone trying to make moves on your lover, your partner, or whatever. So yes, there's that. But what I'm also getting, wow, this is really interesting. What I'm also getting is that it's also like maybe even in the workplace, right? Like they know that there is somebody that is envious of you at work and is like talking smack about you behind your back and to other people, and is like trying to damage your character and trying to damage your reputation. Okay, like this person maybe heard some things, and it might not be a friend, it might be like a coworker that you're kind of, you know, cool with, that you get along with, but maybe you guys don't hang out outside of work, right? And this person just like, I don't really want to stir up drama, but you know, this person here is being like hella two-faced, and they're like being nice to you to your face, but they're really envious of what you have here, and they are like saying nasty things about you to other people at work and creating drama. Oh God, I really hate workplace drama. I've been in those situations before where it's like you're just minding your own business, and then someone comes up to you like, oh, so-and-so said something about you behind your back when you weren't there. And it just feels so yucky when that energy comes into play. I mean, you know what I mean? Have you ever experienced something like that before? And you're just like, my God, can't I just come in and just do my work and do my thing? Like, why are people always trying to create conflict, right? And there you go. It's because they're envious. It's because they're jealous. And so, workplace drama, cannot stand it. So yes, that person knows something and they're just trying to figure out what they should do. Like, should they talk to you about it, or should they talk to your guy's boss about it? How can they best nip this in the bud, right? And they're also, what I'm getting to with this is they're also kind of worried. They're worried that if they look like the snitch or like the tattletale, then this person is going to come after them, right? And start talking smack and making their life miserable. So they're just so nervous about it. And that's what this Three of Wands is. People, they're really planning and trying to decide. They see the outcome that they want, which is like to everyone be happy and getting along, be in harmony. And they're just like, but how do I get there? How do I do that? Like, what are the actual steps I need to take? All right. And so they're, again, earlier we were saying they don't know how to tell you this, but really in general, they're just trying to figure out how best to share this information with the concerned parties. All right. So they have something that they really want to say. They just don't know how to say it or what's the best way to do it. Now, this Six of Cups energy definitely is referring back to that other scenario I was telling you about with the best friend. So again, it could be your partner's ex. It could be a friend, someone that they've known for a long time. That's what the Six of Cups is, okay? Someone that they have a very long-standing relationship with. Because look at the roots. They have roots with this person. They have history with this person. They have a past with this person. And that's what's driving their emotions, okay? Oh my God, have you guys ever seen that movie, My Best Friend's Wedding? With Julia Roberts and Rupert Everett, and Cameron Diaz. Oh my God, one of my favorite movies ever. But, you know, basically the storyline, I won't spoil anything for you, so don't worry. But the storyline is Julia Roberts and the main character, I don't remember his name, they've been friends for like ever. And they made this pact that if neither of them were married by a certain age, that they would marry each other. And, you know, they're kind of in and out of communication with each other over the years. And then the guy calls Julia Roberts' character and is like, hey, I got some big news, but I want to tell you in person. Can we go out to dinner? And then, so she's like fantasizing, oh my gosh, it's that time. Like, we made this pact. Maybe he's going to want to get married with me to honor our pact. And like, you know, actually now that I think about it, like I really like him and I wouldn't be opposed to the idea and I would totally be down to get married. And then they meet up for dinner and the guy says, oh, guess what? I met somebody and I'm engaged. And she's like, wait, what? That's not what I wanted to hear. And then so the movie is sort of just this journey about her trying to come to terms with the fact that her friend, who she's fallen in love with, is engaged to someone else now. Okay? So watch the movie if it sounds interesting to you or you particularly resonate with that aspect of this reading. It's super funny as well, by the way. It's like, I really enjoyed that movie. So in any case, that is really a good example of that storyline going on here. Okay? And then real quick, so we were talking about these are definitely the people that are involved here. So as a recap, many of you that are, you know, regulars on this channel, you know a little bit about the astrology and the representation here. But for those of you that are new or don't know it by memory yet, Mother of Swords energy is referring to air signs. So that's going to be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. So their sun sign or moon or Venus will be in an air sign, or they'll have a lot of air placements in their chart, okay? Now with the Father of Wands, that's fire energy. So that's gonna be your Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, all right? So again, sun sign could be there, moon or Venus will be there since we're talking about romance and love. Or they just have a lot of placements in fire signs. All right, my dears. So let me know what resonated most with you by commenting it down below. I'd love to hear your feedback. And of course, I invite you to like and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you turn that notification bell on though, so you don't miss out on the future readings. And for another reading, if you're in the mood, click this link right in the top right corner. It'll take you there. But otherwise, a special invitation and message for those of you that want to go beyond the tarot readings that I offer here and really do some powerful transformative work in your life. I invite you to schedule a discovery call with me, okay? Because I'm really wanting to connect with those that I can pass my knowledge on, mentor and coach what I know about developing psychic abilities, law of attraction, manifestation, and deep healing work, especially healing work from past lives, healing work from childhood, so that you can really be aligned with your highest and greatest version of you. So I'm opening up my schedule so that I can really work one-to-one with some people and have a big impact positively in the lives of others. So again, book that appointment with me so we can have a chat and see if we're a good fit for each other and how I can help you. And I'm looking forward to connect. Now, otherwise, as always, my loves, thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'm sending you all so much love and cosmic hugs. Take care.